guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and this is Bare Budgets. We are going to be doing a Wicked cash stuffing tonight, or today. Thank you so much for joining me. So Wicked is really vacation savings, but before we get there, I do have some things I wanted to show off. One, I got this brand new, I have actually a couple of them, but I have this really cool money pouch that was created for me by Bria over at Bria Explores Budgeting. She was able to put my logo on here, which is this Bare Budgets, and then I picked a background because my logo is white and just on a white background it wouldn't look that cool. But anyway, it's super cool, and it has like 3 money pouches in it, so I'm stoked about this. I can put my entire week's worth of funds in here because I only do a couple of cash stuffing videos. So I can put like vacation in one, I can put my actual cash stuffing in another, and then emergency funds in the third one, which I'm super excited about. So I love this. Thank you so much, Bria. I've never seen a 3 pouch before, so I was super excited when she announced that. And then I also got like a couple of traditional money pouches. So I have this one, which I think I'm going to put all of my completed challenges in, maybe. I haven't fully decided. But anyway, so I have this one, or maybe this will just be like my miscellaneous bits and bobs, like all of my Ren cards, my dice, that kind of thing, because that actually would be really helpful. So I have this one, again with my logo. I have this one, which I would love to put all of my completed Harry Potter challenges in, or again, all of my Harry Potter pieces. I just thought the design was so freaking cute. And I knew immediately as soon as she said she could do like custom designs, that's what I wanted. I have this Travel Girl pouch, which I just think is so freaking cute. I'm actually low-key obsessed with this design, so this is another one I got. And then this one actually was just a mess up. It didn't transfer super cleanly. It actually looks great on this camera. In person it's a little blurry here, but anyway, so it was a mess up, and since it was my logo, she actually sent me that one and the remake of it. So anyway, these are adorable. If you're interested in something like this, this is from Bria over at Bria Explores Budgeting. These ones she has a whole bunch of, and if she runs out of these pouches, she can order more of. This one is kind of a limited quantity because not because she doesn't want to do more of them, but because the person who sources the actual pouch has a limited quantity. So again, Bria over at Bria Explores Budgeting if you want anything like this. But again, sorry, so I was so excited, I just wanted to show those off. So we're going to be doing a Wicked cash stuffing today. So let me pull my money from here. And the nice thing about this too is, like, this week I had, because I was doing a 2-week worth of budgeting and stuffing, I was able to put like my $100 in here. And so like we're only going to be working with $100 in this video, but I already have my $100 set up for next video, so I have a place to keep those funds like separate and organized, which is super exciting to me. I love that. I love this pouch so much. But sorry, I digress. We are working with $100 today, so let's count it and make sure. I have 20, 40, 50, 65, 75, 82, 4, 6, 8, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So it is all here. I hope you guys are having a great day. My day, my week has actually been a little crazy. Before we actually get into our Wicked binder, let's start with this one. My week has been crazy. Does anyone else's boss like give them impossible tasks, not realizing how impossible those tasks they're asking for are? Because my boss, I swear, has decided it is her mission in life to give me impossible tasks, or tasks that will take literally forever to complete. Okay, let's scratch one and then I'll keep talking about it. So this is from Star over at, or this is from Kim over at Star Budgets on her Ko-Fi. And looks like we're putting $3 in here today. But okay, so I don't know, some of you might know I've talked about it a little bit on other people's channels, not so much on mine. I work in prior authorization. So I work for a hospital system, authorizing pretty much a whole bunch of types of procedures. I used to do surgery specifically. Then I kind of transitioned into cardio, and now I actually train other people on how to do authorizations. So I kind of work a whole hodgepodge. And I've been in my department for a little over 2 years now. This challenge has 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11 in this one. So I've been in my department for a little over 2 years. Again, I started with surgery, and then I started helping with cardio. And then now I'm a trainer. But so when you at my hospital, the like hierarchy is okay, sorry. Let me do challenges and then I will chat. So we're going to be doing our passport savings. Now this is from Lindsay over at Boy Mom Loves to Save, and eventually I will remember to tag all of these creators down below, but this is her card. Hopefully it focuses. There it is. So Lindsay over at Boy Mom Loves to Save. We're just gonna do one probably. This challenge has a huge range in numbers. Sometimes they're small and sometimes they're like, I've seen up to 25 for sure. But it's a super fun travel challenge. Super cute. It's gonna end up going towards my flights for this vacation. I don't even remember what I was talking about with work, but $12 going in here today. Right, so as a specialist, the hierarchy used to be a team lead, which I'll be honest, I don't really know what our team leads did, and then a supervisor, and then it was actually director. There was like no middle ground between supervisor and a director, where theoretically there should have been like a manager in between that. Anyway, $12 going into this one. So the director of our department ended up leaving in like June, right after I got promoted to coordinator, which is a trainer. And we had a new person come in to manage our department, but we no longer have a director over our department. Is now, they got rid of the team leads, which I don't really know what they did, so that's fine. So specialist, supervisor, manager, not a director, but an actual manager, and then they skipped the director level, and now our manager reports directly to the CFO, which is kind of a jump there. Especially since there was director, and then there was senior director, and then it wasn't the CFO, but it was someone else like on the same level as the CFO. Anyway, but this manager has no idea. She was not an internal hire, which I'm not saying she had to have been an internal hire, but she has no idea what we authorize. So she asked me the other day for a list of every single procedure that we authorize for our hospital system. And I was like flabbergasted. That is literally thousands of procedures between surgeries and diagnostic testing and office visits and like IUDs and Proleas and medications, Botox. Like, we do so much. And she wanted, it wasn't like ortho surgeries. She didn't want it groups like that. She wanted like total knee arthroplasty, total hip arthroplasty, total shoulder arthroplasty. Like, are you kidding me? Just in the ortho, do you know how many different bones are in the body that they can freaking fuse? Are you like, or replace? Are you kidding me? Like, she just literally has zero idea how big of an ask she asked for. And so my work has been just like overwhelming, I guess. And then she asked for like what So all of our schedules, we call them books. And so she asked for like what book every single person works, which that one was at least a manageable task. But then she wanted like a description and a picture on how to, it was just, she's just like, she literally has no idea. I haven't even finished the first task you asked me for. And you keep asking me for other things. Like, you want a detailed list of every single thing we do? Also, her clinical knowledge is like nil. So on my list is like, I'm trying to think of something. I seriously, I wrote something down and I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I've been working in this department for 2 years. I have no idea what this procedure means because it's a freaking, if you've ever looked at medical terminology, it doesn't make sense half the time. It just, anyway, it was like, it's a really long word. I'll see if I can look it up because I don't have the list with me, but it's like excision of the salivary gland. And I'm like, she's not going to know. Like, she's a layman. She's not going to know looking at this what that means. Like, she's going to have to Google what this what this procedure is. So, like, this woman didn't know what a thoracotomy was. Or, there was something else that I'm like, what do you not know? Like, another thing that came up is she asked specifically, do we authorize tilt tables? Well, no, we don't authorize tilt tables, but we do most other cardio procedures. And she was like, what is a tilt table? And like, I'm not saying that she needs to know what a tilt table is, but a tilt table are at least 2 English words versus like your super Latin description. Like, it just, it's a whole thing. A tilt table, by the way, is, I'm not a doctor. I'm going to leave it alone. You can Google what a tilt table is. Moving on. Into passport savings. Sorry, that was a long rant, but like, God bless. Passport savings. Okay, we have 20, 40, 50 to, nope, hold please. It was, other than my ranting, I was counting too well today. 20, 40, 55, 57, $58 in here. This one will bring in 500 once we're done. And then this one is Thug Life, and this is from Danny over at Craftco Budgets. And this was a membership freebie for, I believe, October. So $4. Do we do another one? I feel like, yeah, we do another one. $2. So I'm hoping maybe next time we can finish this one. If I did one more, we could definitely finish it next time. Nope, it's fine. We're going to leave it there. We're going to put 6 in. So anyway, I'm kind of mentally exhausted. And she just has no idea how big of an ask she asked for. And she is from our health system, but she was over registration at one of the clinics versus now over prior authorization at the hospitals, and we authorize things for both our hospitals and our clinics. So we have 3 hospitals, but we actually have 3 hospitals, 4 surgical centers, and like, I don't know, 50 clinics. And it's just, ugh. Okay. Thug Life now has 10, 15, 17, 19, $20. Ooh. Oh, it's only $30. I thought it was saved $35. I was like, oh man, those 3 are $15. I suppose that's not actually that much. It just felt like a lot. So anyway, I'm a little mentally exhausted because she just has no idea. No idea. And like, I can't somehow, like, I don't know if I'm not explaining it well or what, but she's just not grasping that even if I were to make a list of every single procedure we did, like, it's not going to be helpful for her because the list I have currently, which at the moment is just covering surgeries at one of our hospitals, one hospital, which is not even, it's just, one hospital, not even all of the hospital, just like a part of the hospital. This list is now 6 pages long. So like, yes, you will have the list for reference, but also you're going to be reading a freaking novel to reference this thing. It's just, ugh. Okay, sorry. Moving on. I will stop complaining now. We are going to now be doing Wicked. This is from Kimmy over at Beijing Girl Budgets on YouTube and Kimmy's Budgets on Etsy. We are going to start with, did I wipe it off? Of course I did not. Woohoo, Wicked. Okay. Like I said, this book is from Kimmy over at Beijing Girl Budgets or Kimmy's Budgets on Etsy. So we are going to start with Minute to Win It, which is the bane of my existence. And I didn't fully mark off this 3, but also I no longer care. So cool. So what this game is basically you set your timer for 1 minute and you roll 2 dice and you mark off as many of these numbers as you can before that minute is up. Anything you don't mark off, you either add up the sum and you save that amount, or you count up the total number you've missed and you save that amount. I have played this game 3 times, and so far it has saved me like $120 just in those 3 times. So anyway, we're going to start this now, and I don't have a timer, so I just use Google. Hey Google, set a 1 minute timer.
Got it, 1 minute, and that's starting now.
Okay, so 5 and 3, there's 3 and 5. I have a 5 and a 6, 1 and 4, 6 and 2, 6 and 3, 2 and 6, 6, 5 and 2, 5 and 3, 6 and 1, 6 and 6. I don't even think I have 6s. 2 and 1, no small numbers. 4 and 2, 4 and 2. Ugh. 3 and 5. 5. 4 and 2. 4 and 1. I'm totally counting it. 6 and 2. We're just gonna mark off a 2. Hey Google, stop. So I wasn't even nervous that time, mostly because I spent all that time like venting up until then. So again, thank you for listening. Sorry, I'm not usually quite that negative on my channel, but it's kind of been boiling. I feel like I actually did really well this time, even with my cheater too. So did I miss any? Okay, so I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So even if I count this 2, which actually we realistically should count the 2 because I didn't mark it off before, that is 11. That it might actually be the best game I have ever done. Where'd I put my calculator? It's under here. Okay, so we had 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus the 2 that I cheated on plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3. Did I already count this 3? I don't think so. So we had $26. I think that is actually the least I have ever saved on this one. Yeah, that's kind of bonkers, but so that's Minute to Win It. We only play this one once, and we always start with that one because sometimes she's mean. Like, I think the first time I played, I put in like $49. So that is section 7. So this challenge now has saved me 100, 120, 45, 47, 49, $150. That is after 4 games. So she's a money saver for sure. Let's see, what do we want to go to next? I usually start with that one because it's so expensive. Let's look at, are there any I have really neglected? Those ones I've all done. This one, this one. I usually try to do the bigger number ones first. But I think for the rest of it, we just go page by page. So we'll start with number 1. And so this one, I don't know where I did with my pieces for it. So cool, cool, cool. Basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to flip a coin. This comes with a coin, like a green coin, and one side says Glinda and the other one says Alphaba. So you flip that, and you pay $5 per flip. And then whichever team you have the most of at the end, you save an additional amount based off of that color. We're just going to use the color dot die, which we got green. Go Elfie. Because I don't know what I did with my coin. I bought this whole like storage system from Michael's to store all of my cash stuffing stuff in, and I have yet to actually assemble it to put any of that stuff in. So, you know, all the fun things. So that was section 1, and I'm just gonna put the money there, and we're gonna move on. Okay, there. So section 2 is pink goes good with green. And this is a scratch off. What do I do with my little scratch off tool? I put it away. Who do I think I am putting things away? Okay, so we have $2 going into this one. Wow, is everything gonna be nice today? Is everything feeling okay? Okay, so it's kind of in the corner, so I'm just gonna wipe that onto my mat. Okay, so $2 going into section 2. Now section 3 is this one, and the way this works is you roll 2 dice. We will do green on top because Elphaba is better than Glinda, and Glinda will be our side one, and you basically find where these two meet. So what is that, 4? We have 4 and 6, so a d6 times 2. We're going to roll Glinda's, which is 2, so we will put in $4 into this one. We are officially out of 2s. Section 4 is, come on, this, which is change for good. So you do a scratch, and then you roll a die based off of what you reveal. So in this case, it's Elphaba's hat. So we roll a d6, and that is how much we will save. We will put 5 into this one. We're running out of small bills. Okay. Just gonna put that down there, and I will vacuum all of it up later. That is it for change with good. Up next we have perfectly wicked. This is wipeout. So what you do for this one is you roll a d6, and we got 3, so that is our wipeout number. So then I roll 5 more times, and if I were to roll a 3, I would wipe out everything that I had rolled previously, and we only save what's not wiped out. So we're gonna start with a 5 and a 3. So we don't write down the 3, we just wipe out 5, and a 4 and 1 and another 1. And geez Louise, we got off cheap this one. So that is $7, and I only have a 10. So let me just see what I have in here. Okay. Hold please. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to break my 20 for some smaller bills. So I said 7, so 2 and a 5, and that goes in section 5. Section 6 is for our actual color dot die. We save $5 for pink and $5 for green. We got pink. Glinda, you are not allowed to win this. I actually don't know what pink I was using. Not this pink, but we'll go with it. And we'll go a couple times on this one because, oh, Glinda, rude. Because this one always seems to get neglected. Everything else has at least a couple spots on it. So we'll put 10 in section 6. Section 7 we've already done once today, so we're going to skip it. And then section 8 is In a world full of princesses, be wicked. It is math, which we are super good at math. And by that I mean we make a lot of errors with math. So we're going to add 6 to whatever we roll. And that is 3. So we're going to save $9 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have a little bit left. So let's roll this one and see what we get here. Green. So we have a 6, so that's gonna be $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, what am I even doing? 5, 6, 7. So we have $4 left. That's for this one. Let me rearrange that so it's in order. So where can we put $4? This one is $5. This one's a mystery. We don't do mysteries. This one so far has kind of been our catch-all. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. So we will put $4 into this one. We'll just cross out that 4 there. And that is section 3. And it only got $2 earlier, so no, it got $4 earlier, so no, it gets 8. And that is going to do it for this one. I'm gonna just put this off to the side and we will see what we have in each one of these. So section 1 got $5, which means it now has 15. Section 2 has 10, 12, 14, $15. And actually, we're going to do our condensing. I forgot we were doing that because this binder tends to hog all of my ones. So let me, this one has 15. We're going to swap that for a 5. Section 3 got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it got 8. So hold on. 10, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 20 and 5. 25 in that one. Section 4 got $5. So it now has, I don't think I could, no it does, I did, 27. Section 5 got 7. So it now has 20, 35, 37, 39, 41. So let's swap that for 41. Okay, so there's still 41 in section 5. Section 6 got 10, so it now has 15. Section 7, I think I put away already. I think it had 150. It has 100, 20, 45, 47, 49, 50. It's really funny to me how much money this specific challenge has compared to literally everything else in this book. 150. That's like, we've put a total of $400 into vacation savings, and more than a third of it has gone into that one challenge. I find that so funny. So this one got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16 today. So it now has, we do some definite condensing in this one. 10, 15, 25, 27, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $35. Let me just make sure this is 25, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay. That is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for listening to my rant. I did not mean to go on that long. I'm sorry. I can't really talk to anyone at work about it. I'm in this weird position where I don't really have any peers. I am not over the specialists exactly, but I'm like kind of to the side of the hierarchy. So it goes like specialists, supervisors, manager, and then our CFO. And then there's like me here, like somewhere between the specialists and the supervisors, but I don't fall under any of the supervisors. And I don't manage any of the specialists. It's a weird little half area zone by myself. So that's all fun. But yeah, so with that, I don't really have anyone that I feel like I can talk to because, okay, sorry, my battery died. So I don't really feel like I have anyone that I can talk to because I'm kind of on my own little level thing. I don't want to be complaining to people higher with more authority than myself, but also I can't really talk about stuff with people not as high in the hierarchy as myself. It's just a weird situation. I keep pushing for there to be a second coordinator. I got something else on my mat. What the heck do I keep getting on my mat? What actually is that? It doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with this video. I know it wasn't lighthearted. It wasn't very fun, honestly, probably. I just had some things I needed to talk about. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And I hope that you give me another chance, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.